Welcome back, programmers. Welcome to my new video. So in here we are going to see our next level of my explanation. So that is 2.0. Let's get started. So in here we are going to learn about strings. That is formatting with strings. That the second part, because I did not cover most of the topics in the previous section. So in here first we are going to learn about format conversation with strings. Okay, so in format conversion methods we are going to see about %r and %s. So that is a string r and representation of strings. We can call it like that also, I think. We'll learn more about these functions later, but you should note that %r and REPR, whatever you call, deliver the string representation, as I told you before, of the object, including quotation marks and any escape characters. As you know already, string will be represented in inverted commas. So the %s operator converts whatever it sees into a string, includes integers and floats. And this %d is very special, programmers, because this removes the float point and it just gives you an output as an int. Okay, as you can read all this, I'll give just 1 second time to read. Okay, let's here we are with the dot format method. So in dot format method you will be learning about inserted objects can be called by index position. So in the previous module we've seen the indexing and slicing of a string, not a sentence, a string in a word. Now here we are seeing string indexing and slicing in a sentence. That we can call as dot format method. So why is it called as dot format method? We'll be seeing in the Jupyter notebook. And the next one is inserted objects can be assigned keywords. So keywords represent variables where you can just give p equal to let's say good, and let's say I am we have to use flower brackets. I am flower brackets inside p, and then no inverted commas are applied here because p is a variable, not a string. And then after the completion of sentence you can just apply dot format and then apply flower brackets, and inside you can just write in inverted commas good. So that p will be represented with good string, so the output will be I am a good boy. So like this you can insert objects like keywords in dot format method. That's the major advantage you can use here. So in the next one, third one is inserted objects can be reused, avoiding duplication. This is a little bit hard to explain. I'll show this in Jupyter notebook. So let's head to Jupyter notebook. Here we are at the Jupyter notebook. So first we are going to learn about %s. So print, I am giving a string I am with %s inserting in here, and just end this. In here this is the main format. So after this you have to define this with this person in parentheses, curved brackets. In here in a string format just write good. That's it. See, I am a good boy. So how it works is, so in here this %s represents string of parentheses. So this string of parentheses will be this one. You can see here I've just replaced this %s with a good and defining this %, and this %s is also called as string. Okay, so we run an example on this. Let's use double s. Let's use double of this, and let's say print I am a %s boy and okay, I like %s. Ending this, and now defining this defining or whatever you can see in a parentheses you can write. So here there's a twist. You can just write good, and the output will be I'm a good boy and I like good. So you can just write two elements in that parentheses like good, in a string format. Don't forget the string format, otherwise it will show you an error. And like games. Okay, let's run this. See, I'm a good boy and I like games. So this works on the position and indexing of your words you are defining with this %s. So this %s will take good and this %s will take games on the basis of the indexing defaulted in Python. Next we are learning about %r. So that is a representation of a string. How that works, let's see. Okay, let's say a boy equal to a fool. Okay, let's enter this. Okay, I've given a space. Okay, let's, yeah, a boy equal to fool. Then in here let's r of parentheses of boy. Okay, now let's run this. You see, that's a fool. A boy equal to fool. Then in the representation of a boy, it will just represent fool. So that's our %r. We'll be using more examples in the future projects, so don't worry, don't confuse with this %r and %s. I hope you are clear with this %s and also %r, I hope. Okay, if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Moving on, next let's see the difference between %d and %r. Okay, okay, sorry, %s, that's good for defining these two. Let's comment this. Okay. Let's start. So here we can say print. Let's take some basics. I am a. Okay. 1 second. I got 98.99 points in my exam. Okay, we'll just copy this and just here we are going to insert %s, and then we'll define this, and here let's place this. That's it. Okay, this is an int, so don't keep inverted commas because that's an int. just represent %d here. That's it. Let's run this. You see, when I represented this with a string representation, it just gave me the value. I just replaced it. But when I used %d, it just removed all the decimal part of my code. So it just removed all the float in the simpler words. So that is %d. Okay, I hope you are clear with this topic. So in the next one, we are going to learn about dot format. And I'll just give you the basics of F strings. F strings are very deep to learn. For our course purpose or any project purpose, if we come across this F strings, for basic knowledge, I'll be giving you the concept of F string also. Okay, so in the next one, we'll learn about dot format and F string. So in here, we'll be learning about dot format. So first, let me give you a simple and basic example for dot format. Let's say, again, let's take he is okay, we have to start this with a string format. Yeah, he is so in dot format you have to just use curly brackets and this and now here you can use dot format method and you can just write something that's gonna replace this place. So what you'll write here is let's say full. This need to be in a string format for replacing. Let's enter this. See, he is a fool, not you, just an example. Okay, so this is the basic format of dot format, an example, basic one. Let me give you a brief introduction, brief overview of this. So this is a empty space and this space is filled by a dot format. So there are huge advantages of dot format in Python, because there'll be a huge paragraphs and sentences where you have to fill up some words which is common in most of the sentences, like he's a good boy, he's money, he's good in nature, he's good. You see, in every sentence there's a he. So instead of that he, we can just use this curly braces and just write is a good, is a bad, is a fool, and after that in the last you can just write dot format he, and then the job is done. You just wrote a big sentence very easily. And not only this, you can just write a string here and just insert this. Let me show you. You can even fill up sentences very easily. So this is not shortcut, but I'm just showing you he is a good boy. He's a good boy. See, he's a good boy. You can just write any string and substitute in this. So this will save a lot of time while writing a lot of sentences and a lot of pages. Next, let's go to the indexing one. So this is also really important, because indexing and slicing is very important in Python. In the future modules you'll be learning more on that. Let me just give you a brief overview of indexing again. Let's use whiteboard. So I think you remember about indexing and slicing. This is my previous example I used. Okay, let's use it here. So Manikanda is there right here. Okay, let's write two words. let's write man man, and let's write boy boy, and let's write girl girl. So let's keep them in this parentheses, and each one is a unique string with no similarities. So even strings got indexes. Like here we learned about letters with an index. So here even strings got index. So this whole string is called in an index form it's 0, and this boy is 1, and this girl is 2, and in the reverse form this -1, this is -2, and there is -3. So this is the format for strings itself. Let's head to Jupyter Notebook again. So let's say print the and again let's give this, and again let's say or let's take an animal here for just like a change. Let's again apply dot format. Let's again apply dot format, and here 3 strings so that we can fit in this 3 brackets. So let's first use color, and then describe a verb, and then describe what to describe about fox, the quick brown cunning. So here we have 3 indexes. So as you know, the index values are 0, 1 and 2 for 3 indexes. Okay, so we have to arrange them: the cunning, quick, brown, fox. The second one, there's the second index, so let's keep second here, and then let's keep 1, and then let's keep 0. The cunning, quick, brown, fox. Let's run this. See, and you can also change the indexes. It might be a meaningless sentence, but don't worry about that. The brown, cunning, quick, fox. See, you can use print format for indexing also. And let's go to the next example, that is with variables. We are using variables for dot format method. Let's first define 3 variables: a equal to he, and then b equal to is, and then c equal to good boy. Now let's get this into a format. Don't forget the indentation because that is important. And now this dot format method also use parentheses and now you can write A comma B comma C. So we can just write A B C because A B C are already defined right here as we already type it there, so you can just enter this. See, he is a good boy. We just use variables for dot format method, so I think everything is covered in a simpler way. As I told you in the beginning, you will be learning here a very simpler method and very easier one. You will be also receiving this in my GitHub account. I forgot to say you one thing. Let me take you to my official website and then give you a quick overview of 3 strings so that we can fit in this 3 brackets. So let's first use color and then describe a verb and then describe what to describe about fox, the quick brown cunning. So here we have 3 indexes. So as you know, the index values are 0, 1 and 2 for 3 indexes. Okay, so we have to arrange them: the cunning, quick, brown, fox. The second one, there's the second index, so let's keep second here and then let's keep 1 and then let's keep 0. The quick, the cunning, quick, brown, fox. Let's run this. See, and you can also change the indexes. It might be a meaningless sentence, but don't worry about that. The brown, cunning, quick, fox. See, you can use print format for indexing also. And let's go to the next example, that is with variables. We are using variables for dot format method. Let's first define 3 variables: a equal to he, and then b equal to is, and then c equal to good boy. Now let's get this into a format. Don't forget the indentation because that is important. And now this dot format method also use parentheses and now you can write A comma B comma C. So we can just write A B C because A B C are already defined right here as we already type it there, so you can just enter this. See, he is a good boy. We just use variables for dot format method, so I think everything is covered in a simpler way. As I told you in the beginning, you will be learning here a very simpler method and very easier one. You will be also receiving this in my GitHub account. I forgot to say you one thing. Let me take you to my official website and then give you a quick overview of. So this is my official website for Helican explanations. This is very useful for our YouTube channel and everyone also, only for learning programming. So in here you will be getting a brief information about Python in Wikipedia. You can also get it in normal search panel, but this also gives you like picture presentation. I mean, visualization is very important. I'll also be updating this website day to day according to my views. You can also tell your views in the comment section. So here I am giving you an important notice that from milestone project 1, after the completion of milestone project 1, we will be moving to web development, that is HTML, CSS and JavaScript, because I've got so many suggestions that using Python in a deep way is not at all useful for this generation, because all of the students or software engineers, they come out to develop real life applications where they are useful to each and every person, and they become famous or popular or whatever they think. They just want to develop a useful real application. So let me give you a basic overview of web designing and web development. In web designing and web development, here we are using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I presented two pictures right here. So HTML is an skeleton, so only it just gives you information, paragraphs, lining and tables. And in CSS, as you can see here, this animated 3D model, you can just design it, model it, rotate, turn and do anything with CSS. And JavaScript is unique of these two. You can do more with JavaScript. As we go deeper, let's discuss more about JavaScript. So this is about HTML and CSS. You can see the difference very clearly presented on the screen. After completion of our first milestone project, you will be also designing a similar website to mine, and you will be also designing your website in GitHub and launching that URL officially. So there are no like what you can say, like unofficial launching or something kind of dark web. So this is all official, powered by GitHub. You can take all of my resources in GitHub. I'll just provide you the link in description. Please check it out. And also, you know that I am recording this for my YouTube channel, Helican Explanations. So you can also create a button, and this, see, I'll show you the difference between CSS and HTML. This font, this sizing and this pictures, modeling, background color, everything is of CSS, and image importing and this matter, all is of HTML. This color for my matter is all by CSS, and this is also by CSS. So HTML is nothing but just this Manikanta Gongonda will just be like in here. You can see my cursor, it will be here, and there will be no clouds and mountains and all this background color. It will just be white and a horizontal line here, and then here these dots are also stylized by CSS only. So I've just used CSS and HTML. After the first milestone project, I'll share this one also in my GitHub official resources. There you can see the languages that I use to publish my website in GitHub. So that is my basic overview of my website. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe and comment and let me know in the comment section. Meet you in the next lecture. Bye bye.